Well, how y'all doing today? So, just woke up. We're gonna go read some kit reveals. Cara Dune and freaking Greef Karga. In memory of Greef Karga and Carl Weathers, we're gonna be rocking some Apollo Creed here today. So, let's start off. Let's save Apollo for the last of the two. There's two of them. Let's go for Cara first. So, Cara freaking Dune, man. If you guys haven't seen this already, you probably already have this little picture here. Versatile rebel and scoundrel ally. Who would have thunk? The coolest part I think is right here is that she can self-revive, and she self-revives if she's defeated when potency up is active, and she has some strong anti-empire synergies. Lots of them. Look at all these synergies. A lot of them, right? Okay. Let's read the kit. Let's read this kit. So, she's light side, she's a tank, she's a rebel, and she's a scoundrel. Cool. Alright, so here is her basic. Her basic is named Bar Room Brawler. Final text. Let's read it here. Oh my gosh. What a name. I like that name, actually. Deal physical damage to target enemy if there's a scoundrel ally in the leadership slot. Cara Dune gains stealth until the end of her next turn. If there is a rebel ally in the leader slot, Cara loses stealth and gains taunt for 2 turns. Ooh. Dude, that's pretty cheesy. I like that. Oh my gosh, that's pretty cool. So, it's like she's like the kit says here, she's rebel and scoundrel. She's going to have synergies in both. That's when I was looking at her description, I think that's probably the coolest thing they could have done is make her like usable in both, like really cool stuff like that. So that's like a one cool thing. I like the stealth mechanics already. Okay, so her first special is called Improvised Strategy. Cara Dune gains potency up for 1 turn, then deals physical damage to all enemies and removes 50% of their turn meter. Empire enemies are stunned for 1 turn. Whoa. Dude, that's just like a... Man, is that like an EP's AoE stun? But better? Hang on, let's read that again. It's a cooldown of 2? What? Cara Dune gains potency up for 1 turn. Then deals physical damage to all enemies and removes 50% of their turn meter. Empire enemies are stunned for 1 turn? Are you telling me you have a 2-turn cooldown of being able to stun Empire ally or enemies? Dude, that's just kind of weird, man. That's kind of busted, I think. And I think the biggest thing is a cooldown of 2. The TM is huge. The TMR, removing the TM is huge. Potency up, dude, that's a crazy special, actually. For being a cooldown of 2, that's insane. And just keep in mind, if this was under a Rebels team, if this was under Rebels with 3PO, and if she has 3 stacks of translation, and 3PO uses a basic, it reduces the cooldown by 1, and it's only a cooldown of 2, you could potentially just always have this ready to go and be used. So that's kind of out there. That's kind of hardcore. This is really big stuff. Okay. That's your only special. Wow. That's your only special. I didn't even notice. Well, there you go. That's probably the one you're going to be spamming a lot, which makes sense. Okay, unique one is called Infiltrator. While stealthed, Cara Dune has a 100% critical chance and 50% critical damage. When Cara Dune loses taunt, she gains stealth for 1 turn at the start of her next turn. Yikes. Dude, this is going to be kind of crazy. She's a tank, though, so I wonder how her damage scales and how crazy it'll be if she's a tanked role. But we'll have to see, man. 100% critical chance is hardcore stuff, which means you don't need to mod her for any critical chance whatsoever. You could just go full-on critical damage with, like, mods, right? And, like, HP, I'm guessing, or, I don't know, potency if you want to remove some of the TM stuff. Okay. That's pretty cool. I like that unique. Unique 2 is X-Rebel Shock Trooper. It's a Zeta. Only 1 Zeta, which is nice. Cara Dune gains critical hit immunity for 2 turns and 100% turn meter whenever an Empire enemy is defeated. Wow. That's really hardcore stuff. 100% turn meter whenever an Empire enemy is defeated. That's like Snow Trooper, but better. Like, whenever anybody's dead, you get... I think like 35%, but with her, well, it has to be an Empire, but that's 100% turn meter. That's pretty hardcore stuff, man. And the critical hit immunity is pretty cool as well. Also, on top of that, So after she gets all that stuff after an enemy is defeated, or for Empire, and half that amount for non-Empire enemies. So 50% turn meter for non-Empire enemies. That's already better than Snow Trooper. Okay, that's pretty crazy. Wow. This is like, to me, this is like taking an Emperor Palpatine, but tossing him as a light side and giving him some of these different faction tags. But then she can stealth, so it's even better than Palpatine and can taunt, depending on like what happens. Wow. If Cara Dune has potency up when she is defeated, she is revived with 50% of her max health and gains potency up for one. What? She already gains potency up for another turn. So it's going to be hard to kill her. You have to get like buff immunity. You have to dispel that ASAP, and if you want to kill her again. Pretty much though, like when I'm just seeing this, so she's going to be reviving herself if she dies, and if she does die, and she's going to get potency up again. So if that happens and you wanted to kill her again, well, you really have to make sure that you have a dispel. If you don't have a dispel to dispel that potency up, you cannot kill her. She's going to revive yet again, unless you have somebody in your team that can just stop revives altogether, like a Jango Fett's unique, Boba Fett's execute, and Gas maybe. So there's still going to be, that should be kind of still easy to manage, but I can just see this in like a really cheesy team on defense, man, and that's going to be annoying to deal with, 100%. And you know what, now I'm thinking about it, I don't think you need her to be super high star or anything, so this is going to be a great one. I'm going to say it's going to be a great one for those of you who are going to be free to play about this one like I am, and just try to get her like 3, maybe 4 star. She can TMR, 50% turn meter reduction. She has a bit more damage, but at low star not going to be too crazy damage. But the biggest kicker is her turn meter gain whenever somebody's defeated, and also she can revive a lot. That's the coolest part about her, I think. So that's pretty dope. I like Cara already a lot. We'll have to see what Greef Karga and my boy Apollo can do. Apollo, you got to come in big here, man. Oh, a lot of people already chatting. It's going to move it down a little bit. There's he. Okay, Greef Karga. Greef Karga, my man, my brother. I love this guy, man. Okay, so I'm already seeing this. I didn't really look into this too much, but I'm already seeing this suggestions. It's already saying you got to have, or like the leadership has to be in the Mandalorian. We don't have the Mandalorian kit reveal, as I haven't seen it yet, but I can see that it's already saying that he should be underneath the Mando. But Cara can be more of like a scoundrel and also a rebel, but probably going to be really good underneath the Mando as well. But that's the thing I like about the Cara Dune kit, is I think it's going to be a lot more plug and play in those teams, and a lot more, just outside those teams as well. But those two factions, Rebels, are pretty big. Scoundrels are pretty big for Cara, so it's pretty cool for her. Okay, so let's read up what Greef Karga is. He is a support, he is light side, he is a leadership, he is a bounty hunter, and he's a scoundrel. A lot of stuff there, man. A lot of stuff. Okay. And it says it's a bounty hunter support that provides recovery and assist calls. So let's read this basic here, huh? Dual shot, final text, deal physical damage to target enemy twice and inflict daze on them for 2 turns. All allies with payouts recover 5% health and protection. Yo, okay. That's pretty cool. So I'm just thinking about this now. If you wanted to run him under a boss lead, you're already going to have a lot of HP and protection and recovery. If you wanted to do this after you get a payout, you can just kind of run him, and you can just get so much extra regeneration. It's going to be insane. So I can probably already see him being really, really annoying to deal with under a boss lead. But then again, you have to get the boss lead to proc, and I think you have to hit the weakest enemy like 10 or 20 times. I forget. So the payout's going to be a lot of annoyance here, I think, with his kit, if you're trying to deal with him at least. So the next one here is special one called Bring Him In Cold. It's a cooldown of 6. Wow, it's a big cooldown. So let's see what it says. It's a Zeta. Okay. Dispel all buffs on target enemy. Cannot be evaded. Then call all other bounty hunters to assist. Allies with payouts active deal 30% more damage. If the enemy is defeated by this ability, bounty hunters gain offense up, defense penetration up, critical chance up, critical damage up, and health steal up for 3 turns. That's a cooldown of 6. I know that's pretty crazy of all that stuff you're going to be getting, but like, if you don't kill that person, that's going to be annoying to kind of cycle back to that cooldown again. So, I don't know. That's a pretty cool, though, special. It's a Zeta. I wonder what the Zeta is. I wonder if it's all the buffs or if it's all the dispelling that you can't evade. But if you can get all those, it does all bounty hunters to assist. That's huge. And just imagine if this was like underneath. If this was underneath a Jango Fett lead and you get even more offense up with the bounty hunter's resolve, you're not dealing just 35% more damage with leadership. You're going to be now doing 65% with a 30% added bonus here. Dude, the Fets are going to hit so hard. Going to hit so hard, man. And this is even with the Mandalorian in the game yet. I think these guys, the bounty hunters now with Greef, this could be a very scary offensive team or defensive team depending on how you want to use them. But like if the enemy is defeated by this ability, you know, all these crazy buffs. I would have probably liked to see, if it's going to be a 6-turn cooldown, probably want to see a little bit of some turn meter gain if you do kill them. Maybe like maybe speed up would have been cool, or maybe like 10%, 15%, 20% turn meter gain, like nothing crazy, but that's still pretty cool. I just don't know about the 6-turn cooldown. That's pretty hardcore, I think. Okay, so the next special here is called Sweeten the Deal. Cooldown of 5, another big boy cooldown. And this one says dispel all debuffs on all bounty hunters. All bounty hunter allies gain retribution for 2 turns and recover 25% health and protection, doubled if they have a payout active. Dude, this is pretty crazy, man. The dispelling of all debuffs. I don't think we have anybody in the bounty hunter faction that can do that. So he's going to be the first one. And that's going to be a huge thing for this whole team. And they get retribution for 2 turns and recover 25% health and protection. That's double, though. You can get 50% health and protection if they have a payout. That's hardcore stuff, man. This is really cool. The cooldowns, though, are the biggest thing here. I think that might be a bit more of the issue here more than anything else. But that's pretty cool to have the payout. And if you just think about it, maybe you can probably use his first turn whenever you are using him in this team. You can probably use some of these things, these specials, I guess you could say. And then after you get the payout, you could probably now use this special yet again, but now with the added bonuses of them having the payout. So everything's going to be doubled in that regards. And we're not even done yet for that special. It also says allies with payouts active gain tenacity up for 2 turns and 50% turn meter. There's a big thing right there. I can see now. Okay. So there's the turn meter gain one that I was thinking that we might be able to get here. So yeah, this guy has everything built in: a mass assist, a cleanse, more buffs giving out, some extra damage, dispelling. I think we just said that. More regeneration, and now turn meter gain. This guy has it all. If you guys want somebody for a bounty hunter faction, I think you would want to have this guy. And now he has a leadership too. I forgot about this. So his leadership is loyalty pays. And it says allied bounty hunters have or gain 30% more max protection. Whenever an allied bounty hunter gains a buff, they recover 5% protection. When Greef is in the leadership and not the ally, this is the contract. So the contract is attack out of turn 20 times. And this is what it says. When you do get that, you're rewarded with all bounty hunter allies have their payouts activated and gain 20% critical chance in offense, which is pretty crazy. This pretty much, just reading it, is just pretty much a mixture of the Bosk lead and the Jango Fett lead. He's a mixture of both. I don't know, though, if you would want him in the leadership, though, because if you're not running him a high star, he could be just getting targeted first thing off the bat. So, I don't know. I think there's something there, though, with Jango Fett lead with more, like, crazy more damage and being able to, like, be revived once you get all your bounty hunters with the Mandalorian resolve after you proc the contract with the leadership. But also I can see about Bosk's leadership being really annoying to deal with now, with even more regeneration there too. So we'll have to see. That's not a crazy leadership, I don't think, in my opinion. It doesn't even have a Zeta, but that's still pretty cool, I think. Excuse me. So he has another unique as well, the first unique, I guess. This is what it says: the boss of the guild. At the start of encounter, Greef gets stealth for 2 turns. Wow. Okay. Each time any bounty hunter earns their payout, all allied bounty hunters' cooldowns are reduced by 1, and Greef also gains the following bonuses: 10% counter chance, 10% critical avoidance, and max health stacking. Wow. Let's read that again. That's pretty cool. That's pretty hardcore stuff as well. Each time any bounty hunter gains or earns their payout, allied bounty hunters' cooldowns are reduced by 1. So, pretty much, that's okay. So, like I was saying earlier with these specials, you can use these whenever you want early on in the battle. But when you get the contract to proc and you can use it, you get the rewards. Well, then these things pretty much just get refreshed back to 0 because you're going to be now resetting the cooldown by 1 whenever a bounty hunter gets their payout. So you can pretty much just use all those specials yet again and get those now doubled bonuses with the payouts being active. That's crazy. What's to say? Allied bounty hunters. Okay. Also gains the following bonuses. So he's gonna get even more, like 10% counter chance. Wow. I wonder if these are stacking. Well, it says stacking right there. Max health stacking. But does the counter chance, do you think, and the critical avoidance stack? If so, this guy's crazy. This guy's probably even more crazy than Cara Dune. Holy cow. Okay. His payout. Whenever Greef receives rewards. Well, now, okay, hang on. Before we get into that, I'm now just remembering that you have to now get your own payout with the character, but then also you can do the payout right. Oh, hang on. No. Okay, so yeah, you get the contract. I'm forgetting the bounty hunters. You get the leadership contract fulfilled. That's like what the leadership gives to everybody if you can fulfill it. But also, once you do get that, you also can get your own payout. It's okay. That makes a little bit more sense to me, I guess. Okay, so what does this mean? Well, whenever he receives receives rewards from a contract, he gets this. Greef dispels all debuffs on bounty hunter allies, and he recovers 100% health and protection. Dang, dude. Holy cow. Greef gains stealth for 1 turn at the end of each of his turns. Whenever Greef becomes inflicted with a debuff, his cooldowns are reduced by 1? Are you kidding me? Dude, that's crazy. Holy cow, guys. This guy's insane. He's insane. What? This is a must. If you are a bounty hunter guy, or if you just like have some of your guys built up and you're wanting to use them, that's gonna be insane. This now can probably now with him in the whole team, he can probably now counter some bigger boy teams. Crazy kits, man. Holy cow. So, this guy's crazy. Everything you ever want in like a support for bounty hunters, you get here. You get some healing, you get some cleansing, you get some assisting, and you have turn meter gain and manipulation. Or not, you don't need TMR, but you can get more TM pretty much. The bounty hunter payouts with him in the team is going to be crazy. So, with that being said now, guys, I think that's about it. I'm going to wrap it up. I just want to reuse kits because they just barely dropped. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a like, share it around, and if you guys are new to the channel, feel free to sub. I want to try to cover as much of this game as possible. Even though there's not a whole lot of content happening, I want to have some fun with it. So thank you guys for hanging out with me today. If you guys want to, check out the links down below. PayPal, Patreon, gosh dang it, Patreon, channel memberships, and also Discord, all down below if you guys want to check them out. Thank you guys for watching it again. And until next time, I will see you all later. Peace out.